writings. Con meaning in, within, and text meaning writing. So we in the writings. So they don't even understand that. That's wise to do evil. And they foolish, man. Because they will come up here and try to debate you with the scriptures and don't have no understanding of it and then walk off like they got a full understanding of what they know. Like the Most High is dealing with it.
And then they got it bad of where you can go over a scripture and you breaking it down and you have to break down other scripture and it's saying one thing but they saying no, this is what it say right here, but when you're trying to tell them okay, this is the word, when you look the word up, well no, this is what it mean in English. No, because sometimes you might have to go to Hebrew, you might have to go to Greek.
It ain't no it ain't no sometimes. You got to. You got to. You got to go to the Hebrew and the Greek to understand these words. Because the English word, I'm gonna tell you something. In order to get the meaning of these words, you gotta go to the basics. You gotta go to the root. And it's in Hebrew and in Greek and sometimes in Latin. You see? So that's what you gotta do. And English is a young language. Y'all act like English been around for millions of years. I'm just, that's just a figure of speech. Earth ain't even that old. But y'all act like, English was back there with Hebrew, in other words. That's what y'all act like.
Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are Sodom's children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
What's good? Getting into the, Second Timothy. What is it? Hold fast what is good. Right. What's good? The word. Getting the true understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's what's good.
Second Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth, but shun profane and vain babbling.
I want 1
Thessalonians 5. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Prove all things. Hold fast to that which is good.
Yeah, so that's why you when you get an understanding of these scriptures, you got to prove all things, according to the scriptures. And you give it the scriptures of the Most High and His Son, and you give them the knowledge and the breakdown of the scriptures, and hold fast to that which is good, meaning the true knowledge of the Most High and His Son. You see? Now go back to Timothy.
2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High.
That's what you have to do. When you study, you have to research. You got to go into depth and get understanding of words. Just like the brother was saying, you just can't look it up and this is what it means in English. No, you got to go to the Hebrew or the Greek. That's how you study. Hebrew.
A workman that needed not to be ashamed.
Yeah, because guess what? When you get into these scriptures and exalt the Most High and get an understanding of how He is according to the scriptures, He's not gonna look at you and like, man, I ain't dealing with him. This in other words, I'm gonna just put it blunt. This motherfucker, I can't deal with it. Because it's a shame, man, because he embraced the things of the world. Because he ain't sat there and studied and showed himself approved. And then, when you study and show yourself approved, you ain't wavering, going to other
a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Rightly divide the word of truth. So when you rightly divide something, you gotta make it straight. You gotta make it straight. You gotta put this together. When you look up the words and make it straight and get the proper breakdown, so you won't be wavering and teaching other doctrines and understanding the knowledge of the Most High and His Son and worship Him the right way and go out there and teach Israel the right way. The right way, Shalaka.
Add on what the brother said, like when you be reading, you get thirsty, you get hungry for it. But if you studying right, you're going to be too scared to go and look at the other doctrine because you're going to be going off and you don't want the punishment or the torment to go behind that. So you have to stay within the boundaries of the word with, the right words, and the right studying.
Because these people don't, like the brother was saying, you'll be scared about going to the mother doctrine. The reason why they go into the mother doctrine because they don't fear the Most High and they don't got the proper understanding of the Most High. That's why they go into them. And the Most High got demons on them to fulfill the scripture.
Yeah, because just because you perceive something to be a certain way, it don't make it true. Shit. That's just point blank, man.
Because somebody might get one book, and this book, this guy explaining it something to you, but it's going all the way off. And you get another book, it's telling you the right way to do it. So you got to be careful of what you get and do the research on the authors and see who they are.
Yeah, in the main book you need to be reading out of is the Holy Bible, man.
The supreme book.
This is Hebrews 5 and 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again, which be the first principle of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such as have need of milk and not strong meat.
Yeah, because of that milk. Because when you get to, just like it says, what is that, Isaiah, precept on precept? Yeah, Isaiah 28. And just like that milk, that's the same as Isaiah 28. Because the milk is the word. When you growing up as a child, being nourished off your mother's titty, when you get enough of it and you grow up, you don't need it no more. In other words, you can go into the meat now. You can go into the mystery, to the deep mystery. You see? And then when you do that, you gotta know precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, to stack it up, to break it down and understand the parables. So when the people come up here and they call themselves learned, they gotta start all over again. They gotta take baby steps, man. They gotta be, ease into this thing, man. They gotta be humble as a child, meaning knowing nothing, man. You don't know nothing, so you gotta be raised up in this, and then when you get raised up in this the right way, then you go into that meat. You just can't start off the bat feeding a baby lamb. They gotta have milk. You can't do that. You just don't all of a sudden feed a baby lamb and in a salad.
You can't feed them no solid food.
For everyone that uses milk is unskillful in